What's going on, everyone? If you are an options trader, okay, or you're just getting into it, I want to show you something that could completely just destroy your account if you're getting into it. Just something you should be aware of. I'm going to show you how to avoid it. Okay. All right. So the term is called pin, or getting pinned, or getting the pin assigned. And it's not really a term you're ever going to hear, and usually only institutions know about this. All right, so here's what could happen. This is and this is only specific to when you're selling options. So say you have a cash secured put or a covered call. Say the price is, I don't know, 15. We're going to do a cash secured put, and it's Friday. Here is your option. So earnings comes along. We're at 16 at 4 p.m. and you're like, all right, I'm good. My cash secured put. I'm gonna get all my money back. I'm below. All of a sudden, the earnings drops down, and it falls to say 14.98. Now it's considered in the money. You would think you wouldn't get assigned, but what happened is you can get what's called this. You can get pinned. And this also happens if you're simultaneously buying the put, right? If you also have this, say for 14, and you have the spread going between the two. Either way, it doesn't matter. Or it could be a covered call as well. It doesn't matter if it goes above your strike. If you're in the money at 4 p.m., the buyer of the option can call, pick up the phone and go ring, 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 and exercise even after 4 p.m. They have until 5:30 to do this. Doesn't always happen, but they can, especially if you say you have, I don't know, 20 or 30 contracts, right? They can exercise you if you fall in the money. Won't always happen, but they can. You default in the money below your strike at expiration. They have until 5:30, and they can assign you as the buyer of the option, okay? Which is crazy. Now, how do you avoid that, right? That's called getting pinned or pinning. You will never hear about this from anyone else, okay? And if you call your broker, they will try to explain it to you, but they don't really understand it. Basically, they pick up the phone, call the transfer agent, they force the sale through. So the buyer can't exercise it on their side. They actually have to physically call the broker, and they have until 5:30 to do so. Okay. After that, you're good, but 5:30 is a cutoff for the buyer. And if you're the buyer and you guys want to do this, you can do this as well. How do you avoid this? This is what's called American style. Red, white, and blue, baby. Okay. Now, if you're trading singles tickers or leveraged or whatever, that's a very strong possibility that will eventually happen to you, and you might not know why. It'll just happen, and you're going to get assigned. And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense because at 4 o'clock, I was out of the money. Afterwards, it shouldn't matter. Unfortunately, it does. So you have two styles. You have American and you have European. Okay. What that refers to is the indices. So I'm going to tell you what the difference is, but I'd rather show you. So for the common indices, most people will trade the SPY or SPX. There's also NDX. And QQQ is American. So this is American. This is European. Both settle in cash, right? Because you can't get assigned. Here's the biggest difference, okay? This one, you could get pinned still. If this falls, right? Assume the SPY isn't at like 7,000 million and it falls, you can still get pinned. European, this doesn't apply. You cannot get pinned doing options trading on SPX or NDX because it's European style. Still going to settle in cash, but at 4 p.m., it's done. Absolutely done. So if it doesn't matter if Trump is going to speak or whatever is going to happen at 4 p.m., it does not matter because at 4 p.m., you are all done. And if that's your expiration, like I trade this right here. Like this is the one I was doing the other day. Was 6,100, 6,120. So I do the spread of 20 between them. And my delta is usually like 0.08. At 4 p.m., I get paid if I am under this. And if it falls below this, this is my protective. This is my, I'm going to just call it a long put. That's your buy put. That's your short put. Okay, and you're only responsible for one. But yeah, if you guys are going to do options, do the European style because you cannot get assigned after hours, which is called pinning. And that is your options course for the night. Have a good night.